Okay, it's time to play a memory game. In this video, what we're going to do is go through all the notes that we've just had a look at and memorize these values one at a time. I'm going to give you a bunch of questions and you just need to say to yourself the value that belongs to those notes. For example, I will put up this picture and you just need to say to yourself that equals 1. And then I'll put up this picture and you need to say that equals 2. Before we start, some of the notes are going to be upside down, and that is okay. If the stick is going up the right side, that is correct. If the stick is going down the left side, so the note is completely upside down, that is also worth 1 beat. Okay, let's begin. We're going to start out with just crotchets, which are worth 1 beat, and minims, which are worth 2 beats. Just pause the video and just memorize that this picture equals 1 and this picture equals 2. Okay, let's begin the questions. You just need to shout out the number that belongs to those pictures. How much is this one worth? That's 1 beat. Next one. 2 beats. 1 beat. 1 beat. 2 beats. And 2 beats. Okay, well done. Let's move on to round 2. In round 2, we're going to introduce the semi-breve, which is worth 4 beats. So pause the video now and just familiarize yourself with the crotchet, which is 1 beat, 2 beats, which is the minim, and 4 beats, which is the semi-breve. Let's begin. 4 beats, 2 beats, 1 beat, 4 beats, 1 beat, 2 beats, 4 beats, and now we move on to round 3. This time we're introducing the quaver, which is only worth half a beat, or 0.5 of a beat. Have a quick pause of the video and now just study half a beat, 1 beat, 2 beats, and 4 beats. Let's begin. Half a beat, 4 beats, 2 beats. This is the new one again. Half a beat, 1 beat, 4 beats, 1 beat, half a beat, 2 beats, 4 beats, and half a beat. So how are you going so far? We've just learnt all of these ones. Now we're going to introduce the semi-quaver, and this one is worth 0.25, which is a quarter of a beat. Let's begin. A quarter of a beat, or 0.25. 4 beats. 2 beats. A quarter of a beat. Half a beat. 1 beat. 4 beats. A quarter of a beat. 1 beat. A quarter of a beat. Half a beat. 2 beats. A quarter of a beat. 4 beats. And half a beat. So how'd you go? In the next part of your Google form, you're going to be asked a bunch of questions about these values. And that way I'll be able to check how are you going with memorizing these values. I encourage you to watch this video again. The more times you do it, the easier you will be able to recall these values.